Our next product is called the Royal Caddy, and it solves the problem that in the bathroom, where are you going to keep the wet wipes? Imagine for a moment, no more mess, no more clutter. They'll always be where you can reach them. That's what this product is all about, solving that problem. And with us right now is the co-creator of the Royal Caddy, Tamara Hamblett. Tamara, welcome to the show. Good to have you here.
Thank you, Bob. I'm so excited to be here.
Now, I've got to tell you something right at the beginning. This is something you really don't think about a lot, but it's very, very important, and it's a problem that we all need to solve. Where are we going to hide those wet wipes? Tell me, first of all, how did you come up with this?
Well, I'm one of those people that I do not like clutter. Everything has its place, and the wipes were on the back of the toilet.
Right.
You know, with a 13-year-old, they're on the floor,
right.
On the counter, sometimes under the sink where you can't reach them, in a drawer. And so it just was logical to combine a wet wipe dispenser and a toilet paper roll holder.
It does make sense.
It's very.
But I didn't really think about it, you know.
Yeah.
But here we are. Here's the standard. What you find in most bathrooms. You have the roll for the toilet paper. But right below, this is the Royal Caddy right here, and that opens up. And what you do is put your wet wipes, hold on, let me just move it so you can all see it straight on. You would put your wet wipes right in the Royal Caddy itself so you can have access to them when you want. And I was reading in some medical journals just recently where using the wet wipes, that is even better hygiene.
It is. It's a way to stay fresh and clean, and it just makes total sense.
It does.
And, you know, it really belongs in every home. It should just be a standard. And so, you know, with the wet wipes, it holds any of your favorite wet wipes.
So I don't have to go out and buy or find special wet wipes?
No, you don't.
Okay.
You can use whatever is your favorite. You get rid of that bag. You can even actually put in a small bag inside the container.
Oh,
you don't have to unload your wipes and put them in wet.
Oh, I got you.
So whatever you prefer is fine. But we're really excited because we're getting rid of that clutter.
That's right. We don't want the clutter there, right?
No,
of course
no
not.
more clutter.
So tell me about installing this and mounting this. I mean, what do I need to know? What kind of tools do I need? How do I do this?
It comes with a paper template and screws, and so you just need your Phillips screwdriver, and you can install it. It's very easy. I'm able to do it. Anybody can do it.
Okay, and it comes in the white.
In the white,
correct?
Yes.
Which is going to go with any decor.
Exactly.
So you don't have to worry about that whatsoever. So the clutter is eliminated. And what have some people, what have they said?
People that we talk to, they're very excited. They want to know where they can get it, how much it is, and they're just really excited to get it installed.
Well, how much is it?
It's $19.95.
That's all?
That's all.
Wow, $19.95, and you don't have to worry about the clutter anymore. Once again, it's called the Royal Caddy, and there's an address that you see right there on the screen, the website address. Go there and get the Royal Caddy, get more information about it. Tamara is the co-creator of it, and you really have solved a simple problem, but you know, those are the best. Those are the best problems to solve.
Well, it's a sleek, compact unit. It's convenient, and it's reachable.
Yeah, and everything is right there, and you don't have any mess. If you're just joining us, once again, this opens up, and you simply put in the wet wipes, and you don't have to find any special wet wipes out there. As Tamara pointed out, standard wet wipes will be usable without a problem, and then the wet wipes will be accessible right here, right under the toilet paper, and it's easy to mount, and it comes in that white, so it's going to be very, very, it's going to go with any decor very, very easily. Any thoughts, any more thoughts about this?
You know, Bob, also with the wipe industry and everything, it takes away some of the embarrassment of saying, you know, I use wipes. If it's a standard in the home, then the people will have a choice.
Oh, that's a good point. I never thought about that.
You know, because some people, you know, oh, I'm going to hide my wipes in the cabinet or whatnot, and it just really takes that away. Takes that embarrassment away.
And you can get one for the guest bathroom. You know, you can get them in all the bathrooms at all.
Yes, and it does not, I mean, everybody can use it. You know, it's men, women, children, or elderly. It just really appeals to everybody. And it being a standard in every home is going to make for the convenience and the logic of it.
I mean, I think you're going to see these in more and more homes as time goes on.
Yes, they will.
Because it makes sense once you think about it. You know, once you take a look around in your bathroom the next time you go in there, and if you're using the wet wipes and everything, where do you have them? On the floor? Do you have them behind? I mean, where's some places that people hide them?
Oh, in the drawers under the sinks, of course, that are not reachable.
Right.
On the back of the toilet is a big one.
Exactly.
But you're getting rid of that clutter.
Right.
That is the main thing. I just, everything has its place, and now wipes are going to have their place too.
And doing something good for yourself at the same time, right?
Yep.
It's called the Royal Caddy, so you want to make sure that you get yours right now. Tamara, thank you so very much.
Thank you very much for having me.
I appreciate you doing this and sharing this with everybody in our audience.
It's been fun. I'm excited, and it's a wonderful product.
Yes, it is. Get yours now, Royal Caddy. How many times have you misplaced your cell phone? You just can't find it, or you don't know where to put your cell phone when you're doing something else. Like when I'm working outside, where do I put the cell phone? All right, it can cause a problem. So we have an answer. We have a solution to that problem, where you're going to put your cell phone so you'll always have access to it. And it's called the Cell Saver T. And with us right now is the co-founder of Cell Saver T, Vernon Castleton, is joining us right now. Vernon, welcome to the show. Good to have you here.
Bob, thank you for having us.
And thank you for coming up with this great idea. That's why we call this show What a Great Idea, because you have certainly come up with a great idea. The Cell Saver T. Before we show everybody what it is exactly, tell us how you came up with this idea.
Well, my partner, Brent Kidman, he's an inventor, smart guy. And he was sitting around talking to a group of young ladies, and all of a sudden he heard a phone ring. And it rang a couple of times. He wondered, isn't someone going to answer it?
Right.
And the lady reached into her bra, pulled it out, and he sat there and says, there is an idea in there somewhere. And he toyed around with it for a couple of years, developing the idea till we came up with the Cell Saver T.
And you're wearing it right now, so let's kind of show everybody at home exactly what it is. When you looked at Vernon, you probably thought, well, he's wearing a very nice blue t-shirt, but it's more than just that, because if you look very closely, there's a pocket right here that is angled just right, and guess what's in there?
Your cell phone.
The cell phone, right. There it is.
So,
all right, so tell us about this.
You know, it's a great convenient way to keep your cell phone, like you mentioned. Where do you put it when you have something to do? You know, you can answer your phone, put it back in, and talk hands-free. Keep doing what you're doing. Now, you mentioned that you like to garden, so it's a great way to talk to someone while you're doing your gardening and not worry about the cords getting in the way or anything like that. When you're an active person, you know, which just about everybody is, anytime you bend over, we have seen so many people lose their cell phones into the mud, onto the sidewalk, or into, you know, heaven help you. You know, bend over to take something, you drop it in some water.
Exactly. And that can be very costly. We all know that, right? We've all been there.
Exactly.
And so with this Cell Saver T, you've come up, when we took a look a moment ago at some of the different colors, you have every imaginable color. We also have long sleeve, short sleeve.
Long sleeve, short sleeve. We've got two women's cuts. We've got short cut sleeves for women. They like those. And for those that like to show off their figures, we've got the fit cut, which hugs the woman's body really nicely, gives you a great look.
Okay. So as always on this program, we like to make sure the claims are accurate, okay? We want to put you to the test. We want to make sure that the cell phone will not fall out of there. So you have said you have a way to show us exactly how to prove that.
I can. In just a minute here, we can.
All right,
you know,
here's Vernon.
Most people, this isn't normal day-to-day activity, but when you do this,
oh my goodness,
and your phone stays in place, you know you can go about your day-to-day activity.
Wait a minute, hold on, that phone didn't come out at all.
No.
And you would think obviously it would, right?
For most people it does.
I don't want to push you, but could you do that one more time?
Absolutely.
Now that we know what you're trying to prove here. There you go. The phone did not go anywhere.
Stays right in place.
Wow, that is proof that it does work.
You know, Bob, we've had cowboys, while they're out rustling cattle, tell us how much they love this thing, because when they're with regular clothes, if they cut right or left real sharp on their horse,
sure,
their phone goes flying out and ends up in the mud. We had one cowboy tell us that it took him half an hour one time to find his phone after it fell out. Ever since he's used the T, he has not had that problem.
Wow.
He's out on the range working hard, taking care of his cattle and his phone.
Wow, that is great. Once again, you can get any color. You came up with almost every color available to everybody. Okay.
We do. We've got a range of 16 colors for the men. We've got a range of 9 or 10 colors for the women. We've got a range of colors on our hoodies, long sleeves. Doesn't matter. Give us a call. Look us up on our website. You'll be able to see just about any color you want.
And you can see that website address on the screen right now. And like Vernon just said, be sure to go to that website and get more information on this. One thing I'm impressed with is the quality. Okay, I mean, there are lots of different teas out there, but a lot of them that are on the market are very flimsy. You can see your hand through them. They're just not good quality. I'm impressed with the quality that you have created with your Cell Saver tea, because it's nice and thick, very breathable though at the same time, right?
Very comfortable. Yeah. Made out of the best materials we can find. We wanted to make sure that we put out a good quality product that would last, that wears well, that washes well,
right?
And that works well. We had to find the right kind of material to support the weight of the phone, first of all,
right?
And then we needed something comfortable. One of the things that one of our customers called and said, she says, "Never mind the cool technology that you have on this. This is one of the finest shirts I have ever worn."
Right.
And she went and bought, some more shirts
exactly.
because it's really comfortable.
So not only is it functional, but it's also great quality that you're getting, something that's going to last a long, long time. But it's not as simple as just putting a pocket on a shirt. And there's a look at the hoodie version right there. And then right next to it, as Vernon pointed out, you have the long sleeve version as well. So it's your choice. But it's not as simple as just, well, I'll sew a pocket on a shirt. I mean, there's a lot of thought that went into this, because you got to make sure. What prevents the phone from coming out?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, Brent wanted to make it easy to use. Didn't want to, people to think about having to put their phone in and to do something. So he designed the whole thing so that it works just on basic gravity and basic principles. And that is, when you wedge something in, it stays wedged in. So the angle is important. There's a specific angle that we have to worry about as we're making it.
Right.
And we check every shirt as it comes out of the factory to make sure it's at the right angle. Then we also have the patented pocket lock. That is the special 16 stitches right here that keep your phone from falling out when you happen to turn in an angle that will normally force something outside of your pocket.
So this part right here is actually locks?
Actually locks it in.
Okay, so it prevents, I see.
It prevents from going.
Oh,
and
that's
then
great.
To pull it out, it's just a simple, you're
you
in
just
and out.
Go around the pocket
right
lock,
around,
and then around.
But when you're falling, because of the angle forces it into the lock and wedges it in, catches it in, till you come right side up again. Now you're ready to pull it out.
So what causes normally a phone to come out is really what helps keep this in.
Exactly.
Right.
It's kind of like in jiu-jitsu. You use the force coming against you to actually work for you. You do the same thing here. Use the force working against you, something that's going to ruin your phone. That force actually protects your phone because of the design.
Oh, that's super. Okay, now can I hold other things in there too?
You bet. We had somebody call us and said, well, I don't use a cell phone much, but I have reading glasses. And I want to know, will those protect my glasses? Nobody had ever asked us that. So I went ahead and put the glasses in. I did my cartwheel, and you know what? They stayed in.
Wow.
So as long as it catches that pocket lock, your product, whatever it is you want to put in your pocket, it's going to stay there. Be it your cell phone, your glasses, maybe your MP3 player.
Wow. That's great. I mean, once again, what a great idea, and you can take advantage of it. You have every color from which to choose. You have the long sleeve version, you also have the short sleeve, and you have that hoodie, which is I love that hoodie.
We went for a very high grade hoodie. Most hoodies that you get, they're gonna keep you warm, maybe in a nice spring breeze.
Right.
We went a little thicker. We went with extra stitching to make it tough.
Right.
And it is a soft, warm, comfortable hoodie, and it's going to last a long, long time. It was designed to last 10, 15 years.
Wow.
You know, or
There's
longer.
the hood, and it's very, very attractive looking, very fashionable looking. Okay, but you can, I mean, when you get this at home, you're going to feel that quality. I know you can't do it right now, but as soon as you get this at home, by touch, you're going to feel the quality that Vernon put into this. And there's the pocket right there for the cell phone itself, with that little lock on the outside, or on the inside, that prevents it from falling. So you can't go wrong with this.
No, it's a great way to use your phone when you're, you know, bike riding, or maybe you're motocross, or you're a mountain climber, rock climbing.
Sure.
Doesn't matter. Any kind of activity where you're active and you know your body's going to be bounced around and jarred around. I once went to a park and played. I wouldn't recommend this too often for guys my age, but we played tackle football with our kids for Thanksgiving. Right. You know what? The phone stayed secure.
Never came out.
Never came out.
And I'm thinking of something like I said at the outset, you know, just working outside. When you're working in the yard, where do you put your phone? You end up maybe putting it, because you want to protect it, and you put it in the garage, and you're really not close to the garage, and it rings or you don't hear it. Now you're going to have that instant accessibility whenever you need it to your cell phone. Great idea, Vernon.
You bet. You know, you mentioned the accessibility. A lot of people like to have their phone on silent depending on the situation they're in. And if you have it in a pocket, often you're not going to feel it.
Right.
If you have it right here, you're going to feel that every single time that thing vibrates. So you're not going to miss a call when a call comes in.
See, that was my next question. You'll still be able to feel that vibration if you have it on vibrate?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Great.
And it's a lot more comfortable. I don't know if you've worn a phone in a pocket and then sat down and it's, you know, just kind of jams into your hip there, or if you have it in your back pocket. We've had people on their back pocket and they sit down and then break the screen.
Yeah,
that's not a lot of fun.
They dial numbers, you know. I mean, that happens too, and you don't want to do that as well. So you've thought of everything. Your final thoughts?
We'd love you to buy the shirt, of course, but you're going to find what our customers find. If you buy one, you're going to call us back. Over and over and over again, people have said, I need more than one. Why? Because they want to wear it every single day. Doesn't matter whether they're, you know, out playing or just lounging around the house, whether they're working. You know, it is a great article of clothing for almost any activity.
There you go. It's called the Cell Saver Tee, and it's available to you right now. All you have to do is go to that website address that you see on the screen, pick your favorite color or colors, get more than one, because you're going to want, just like Vernon said, you're going to want to wear more than one of these. Vernon Castleton, thank you so much.
Bob, thank you very much.
Take advantage of it by going to that website now. How many times have you been enjoying a great meal in a restaurant? At the end of the meal, it was time for the bill to arrive. And when the bill came, it was so dark in the restaurant you couldn't read the bill. And then maybe you didn't know exactly how much to leave as a tip. Well, we're going to solve all of those problems right now. Come on in here, Connie. Connie Inukai is the inventor of a product that's called the Tip and Split. And we are so happy to have Connie. Come right over here, Connie. Don't be a stranger, okay? I see you have your purse with you.
Yes, I do.
That looks lovely. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
So you have invented a way for us to always be able to read the bill in the restaurant, no matter what the lighting situation is, and a way to figure out the appropriate tip to give. And it's called the Tip and Split, so we'll talk about the split in just a little bit, okay? But I think it's a problem that we can all relate to. I mean,
well, you're a man, and you probably don't even want to admit that you might need a little bit of help to figuring out the tip, but women admit it freely. Like we just don't want to be bothered with it, and so we try and figure it out. But
and is that how you came up with this? Is because it solved your problem?
It solved my problem because I like to eat out with my friends. Right. And this is what I do.
Okay.
What I do is, can we dim the lights?
Dim the lights in the studio? Sure, we can do whatever Connie wants.
Okay, thank you. Could you dim the lights?
Okay.
Okay, so when, I mean, this is very romantic.
Very nice.
You know, this is a very, very nice meal. But when it comes time to pay the bill, we do have a problem. Now, probably wouldn't be a problem when I was going out with you, because you would probably just be a gentleman and pay the bill. Right. But when I go with my friends, we split the bill. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is what we do when I go out with my friends. It's kind of dark. dark, and we have the small print.
Small bill. There's no way we're going to be able to read this.
Well, not
in this
me.
kind of lighting.
So,
I can't read this.
So when I go out, we usually, I usually dig in my purse, and somebody has some reading glasses.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for my glasses. Oh,
okay.
I found some reading glasses.
All right.
So I brought some, and then somebody says, "Oh, can I see them too?" And we just pass them around.
Right.
We just can't see. And then sometimes we need a light. So we go find a candle. I don't know. Do you have to do that sometimes?
Sometimes.
So we have a flashlight.
Oh my God!
So we can actually shine it down.
What else do you have in there, Connie?
Oh, I have a magnifying glass here.
Okay, yeah.
And all of these things.
Right.
And actually, so I decided to come up with an all-in-one. And that's how I invented tip and split.
Okay, and while the lights are low, let's show this as an example, okay?
Yes.
This is the tip and split. Now, it might look like your standard looking calculator, but it's so much more than that. All right, take us through this, all right? I'm just gonna move it over just a little bit here so I can cup it in my hand.
Well, first of all, if you put the, I don't know if you can see this, but that's impossible to see. It's such small print.
Right, exactly.
And I'm not sure about you, but as I get older, the print gets even smaller.
Yes, it does.
You know? So I don't know, maybe that's just in Maryland, but that's what we have. So when we do this,
what am I doing here?
if you put the light bulb on,
right here,
it lights it up.
Okay.
But we have
okay. That's all right. Can we just dim the lights a little bit on this so we can see the illumination? Okay.
And if you see, you can actually illuminate the bill and illuminate it and also enlarge it so we can see it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so that's the lighting portion of it.
You can have one.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and then if you push the on switch, touch the on
right
switch.
here?
Yeah,
okay.
for about 3 seconds.
So hold that.
For about, and then you get the display.
Okay. Now.
And it says on there bill amount.
Okay, so let
me. So this bill is actually how much?
That's
is this?
$41.20.
I can't see it, so we have to use the magnifier.
Yeah, there you go. Let me look to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
That's
is
great.
Big. Okay, $41.20. So I put in 20.
Okay, and push enter.
Oh, okay, now if I made a mistake.
No, that's fine. You did it fine.
I did?
Push enter.
Okay, right here?
Yes.
Okay.
And then it'll say tip percentage. Now, you may not need this because you're probably smart and you don't need to figure it out.
I'm not.
But, you know, if it's 20%, it's really easy. But like 18%, or maybe you really like
So do I put in 18?
Yeah, put in 18%. 18.
Okay.
That's just one. There's an 8.
Oh, thank you.
And then push enter.
See.
Then push enter. You have my reading glasses.
Oh.
So the tip is actually $7.42.
Wow, I could have never figured that out.
$7.42. So push enter again.
Oh, push enter again. Okay.
So that's the total bill from $41.20. It became what is it?
40. What is it? 40. I'm looking at an angle. $48.62.
Okay,
so that would be the total bill.
So you can just get up and pay that.
Right now.
If you were with me, you would just pay that. But say you're with your buddies.
Right.
And
there are 3 other guys at the table.
3 other guys. So that's
what happens?
4 people. So push enter again.
Okay.
And it says split.
Oh, it does.
Yes, it says split. So say 4.
Okay, so I put in 4. That's why it's called the tip and split, not just the tip.
And then you can push enter over there.
So there are 4 of us, and we want to divide the bill, so each of us owe $12.16.
You probably
this is
didn't
genius.
eat so much.
I love this.
Okay, great. I
mean,
like
it makes it so easy for everybody. I mean, the tip and split, so not only are you now going to be able to see the bill in the restaurant, no matter what the lighting is, but you're also going to be able to figure out the appropriate tip that you want to give. Maybe it's 15%, 18%, 21%, whatever it is. You're going to know the answer. Plus, if you're sharing that bill with others at the table, it will tell you exactly the amount that everybody needs to spend. Because normally you'd say, well, just give me $10, you know. But you'd be losing $2 a person on this example.
And we don't want to do that.
We don't want to do that, of course not. So, by the way, go to the website address, the tip and split, and it's all trademarked, a patent, right? patent on this,
Yes.
all patent
Yes.
protected and all like that. And as you can see, it fits very easily into your pocket or your purse. And talk to me for a moment about apps, because aren't there apps that do this? Why would I want this?
Well, there is an app that is a flashlight.
Okay.
That you can do.
Single. Right.
Yes. There's also an app on a cell phone that can figure out tips. There's also what we have invented, somebody's invented a calculator that figures it out.
But it just does that.
It just does that. This is all in one, and an app doesn't have a magnifier, which is a real problem. And besides the fact that rather than carrying around a magnifier of your own and a cell phone, that's
and
a little
flashlight.
bit, and a flashlight. It's a little distracting in a restaurant to be on your cell phone, because you might be prompted to look at your phone messages, which is a little distracting to the other people.
And like you said, you don't want to carry around in your purse. You don't want to carry the flashlight.
This little thing.
I mean, it's the size of what you would think a calculator would be.
Yes.
But it's so much more than that. If you just joined us, it's called the Tip and Split. It's going to enable you to see the bill no matter what the lighting situation is in the restaurant. It's going to enable you as well to figure out the appropriate tip. And if you want to split the bill with others at the table, you're going to know exactly down to the penny what every person owes on that bill.
And
I love this idea.
It's very lightweight.
Can you tell them? Oh, it's very, very. Yeah, I can tell them.
It's very lightweight.
Well, why don't you tell them?
It's very lightweight.
Yes, it is.
It's very lightweight, and it's also so much fun, because rather than like sitting there and trying to figure it out, you just bring this out, and everybody says, "Wow, why didn't I think of that?" And another reason that it's much better than an app is because when you have a holiday like Christmas, you want to get something for your parents that they would love.
Sure, of course.
And you can't give them an app. No. If you give them an app, you have to give them a cell phone and then pay for the service charge.
You thought of everything.
This is something you can wrap up and say, "Here, Mom."
Right, that's right. Put a bow on it and go. Bow and go, right?
Yeah. And by the way, I was targeting people who have trouble seeing the bill.
Yes.
But I have some younger people who have looked at it and said, "My goodness, we would like it too."
Oh, sure.
Especially because I said, "Well, you don't have trouble seeing." They said, "You don't know, when we go out with our buddies and we go out drinking, we can't see anything."
Oh,
and so this helps.
That's not a comforting thought either.
and then they can split it between like the 5 guys who are going out like together, and it's so much fun.
Okay, well there it is, folks. It's called the Tip and Split, and everybody should have one of these. So grab it by all means. Get your Tip and Split, and you'll always be able to see the bill. You'll know the exact tip to leave, and you'll be able to split it equally with everybody at the table if you choose to do so. Any final thoughts, Connie?
People love it. It's a lot of fun to play with. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it is. You know, it was fascinating. It really was. So grab your Tip and Split right now. Connie, thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate having you on the show.
And thank you for the dinner.
Oh, okay.
We didn't split it.
So get your Tip and Split today. Thanks, Connie.
Thank you.